Hi, I'm Ira Kalish, Chief Economist of Deloitte, and this is your weekly economic update. With the conflict in the Middle East now moving into its sixth week, it's worth asking, how is the U.S. economy doing? The government reported employment growth for March, which was the first month in which the conflict took place, and the survey showed that 178,000 new jobs were created in March. That's a very good number, and it was a surprisingly good number. But 1 month does not make a trend, and it's worth looking at it in the context of what happened in the prior months. The big job growth we saw in March followed a big drop in employment in February, and over the last several months, employment has bounced around. Since July of last year, only 95,000 jobs have been created. So evidently, the job market has been extremely weak. And there are a number of potential reasons for this, ranging from immigration policy to the decision by companies to hold back on hiring in order to cut their costs so they wouldn't have to pass on the cost of tariffs to their customers. But in any event, it could be that the March number shows the beginning of a new trend. We just don't know. But what we do know is that the numbers over several months show job weakness. Moreover, the government also recently reported its job openings and labor turnover survey, or JOLTS, for February, which was before the conflict in the Middle East began. And that found that there had been a significant drop in job openings and a significant drop in the number of job hirings by companies. So that too indicated some weakness in the job market. Now, the one piece of evidence we have about the potential impact of the Middle East conflict was the Purchasing Managers Index published by S&P Global. It found that in March, there was a sharp reversal of the PMI for the broad services industry. In other words, in February, service activity in the U.S. had been growing modestly, but in March, it actually declined for the first time in 3 years, and this was likely due to some of the uncertainty and price changes related to the conflict in the Middle East. But going forward, we'll have to see how long the conflict lasts and how deep it is to determine the ultimate impact on the U.S. economy. That's the outlook for this week, and I hope you have a good week.